it is time for Corvus Twigs, a bird of
Drink
the
some water,
day.
some water.
And I need to drink some water. Ah, delicious, delicious. I'm sitting a little high on here. Let me scoot myself down a little bit. Okay. All right. So it's bird of the day. And I was in a dilemma for this bird of the day. Do I do a special stream bird of the day? Or do I do a joke bird of the day? Wait, 332. What are you talking about? What's 332? What are you talking about? 332? Is there 332? I don't get it. Anyway, do I do a joke bird of the day, like the Larry bird last year, or do I do a special stream bird? And I decided, well, it's my comeback. Gotta do a big thing. I decided not to do a joke bird, so we're gonna do a real, legitimate corvid. We got a corvid today, and what corvid have we got today? We are doing Choughs. Look at them. Chuff. Oh, sorry, I'm chuffing all over the place. Chuff. Apparently, chuff is the sound that tigers make to like happily like each other. But that's we got chuffs, baby. We got chuffs, and you see here, we've actually got two kinds of chuffs. We have the red-billed chuff and the alpine chuff. Because this is only two. It's only two. And it's like, well, I'll do one. I mean, they're so similar. Might as well do them both at the same time. So, we got our chuffs. Look at them. Look at them. You know, it's just like, it's okay, Dreyfrig. You're here. You're good. You're in time for Jet Birdie. It's good to have you here, Dreyfrig. But anyway, so 9 times out of 10, when you see a crow in a cartoon, you're probably actually seeing a chuff, because it's supposed to be a corvid, but yellow beak, yellow legs. Crows don't have that, but their close relatives, the chuffs, do. All right, let's talk a little bit more about the chuffs. So they got a 14.5 to 16 inch. Thanks, resub. Thank you for the resub. Thank you for the resub. Oh, got you so many resubs today. Thank you so much, everybody. So great. But anyway, chuffs, 14.5 to 16 inches long. That's from beak to tip of tail. With a 29 to 35 inch wingspan. Oh, good wingspan. That's a good long wingspan. Up to almost 3 feet. Think about it. That's almost a 3-foot wingspan. That's a big wingspan. These ain't small birds. They weigh about 6.7 to 13.4 ounces, which is pretty big. You know, you're going to see some dimorphism. The males are a little bit bigger. You know, some of them are just a little bit bigger than others. And also, your red bills are bigger than your alpines. So your alpines are like on your 6.7 to like 11 ounce scale, and your red bills are like on your, you know, like 9 to 13.4 ounce scale. So that's kind of what you have. Pretty decent life expectancy out in the wild. That they're going to average live about 10 years. So that's pretty good. 10 years, pretty good for a wild bird. The oldest ever banded chuff that we know of was 20 years old at time of death. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, it ain't parrot long, but, you know, not bad for a corvid, you know. And so, yeah, they are, as we said, Carvy Day. God damn it, Twig. God damn it, Twig. Carvy Day. I'm a carvid. Yeah, I hang out at the Golden Corral with that big slice of meat, and I'll cut you a piece of your carvid. God damn it, my friend. Whoops. Stream Elements, you're not supposed to be still doing that. Don't donate any money to a pizza. We're not doing that tonight. Spelling tissue. Anyway, as you can see, they're where they live. The red-billed chuff is in those green areas. The alpine chuff is in those yellow areas, which, as you might know, are more mountainous regions. And both species live in the orange region. So there's a good bit of areas where they both live. And those are more mountainous regions. Yeah, the alpine ones, they're more mountain-based. And, yeah, let me tell you a little bit more about them. So, obviously, the biggest difference between the two, other than the red bills are slightly bigger, is that, well, their beaks are different color. Red bills have red-beaked I don't know why they're called red bills. They got red beaks, not red bills. But whatever. Whatever. Um, and, you know, but you'll sometimes, like you said, there's areas where they both live, and sometimes they do happen to hang out in groups together. They're both very social birds, and some choughs will hang out by choughs of the other species. They don't discriminate. They're nice. But they do not breed with each other. They are different species. They cannot produce offspring together, so there is no interbreeding. That does not happen. That's one of the reasons why they're considered a different species. But they do intermingle and can sometimes be friends. Now, these are omnivorous birds, but their favorite tasty foods are invertebrates. So they love grasshoppers, they'll like worms, they'll eat a slug, but their favorite snack is ants. They'll go find a little ant colony and just be like, eat them up Pac-Man style. And you get those little ants on the ground. And like that. And you see their beaks, like you see like the tip of the beak kind of points down, doesn't quite line up properly. That's actually a way that just helps them scoop in and get the little ants more easily. Yeah, that's what it's for. But I said they are omnivorous, so they do eat plants as well. They'll eat like grains and stuff like that, but their favorite plant is juniper berries. They are often seen nibbling on those juniper berries. I think they're taking the juniper and taking it back to their roost and making gin. That's not confirmed by science, but I think that's what they're doing. I think they're making the juniper berries for some nice gin. Delicious. Delicious. Yeah, Hasio gets it. Hey, welcome back to you, Rampona. Good to see you again. But anyway, as they are corvids, they have a lot of similar corvid behavior. They are monogamous, and they'll stick. Now, they don't necessarily stick with the same mate for life, but that does often happen. But they'll usually stick with the same mate for multiple seasons, and at least for sure in a single season. And they, they come back to the same nest year after year, and young will usually come back. So usually when you see a flock, it's a big family. And much like other corvids, the other adults, they're not going to do the full, like, I'm going to feed and take care of you, but they watch out for each other. It's pretty nice. They're going to have 3 to 5 eggs per clutch, rarely 6. But yeah, both parents do a lot of care for the young, and like I said, they flock together and they nest near each other, so there's a lot of alert, a lot of helping each other ward off predators. And because of that, the young have a 72 to 77% survival rate in their first year, which, you may say, wait, that means there's like a 30% chance the baby's going to die the first year. It's like, okay, maybe in your human-centric world that sounds horrible, but for birds, that's actually pretty good. It's really good. The first year is a very, very dangerous year for little birds, and being that high in the 70s is pretty darn good. And then they say after that, an adult has about like a 90% chance of surviving the year. So it's they do have predators, though. They do. Peregrine falcons, known to eat them. Golden eagles, Eurasian eagle owls. Those are the predators. But of course, as always, what's the biggest threat to the chough? Humans. Yeah, you dirty, stinking humans. But that's just due to habitat loss or anything. It's not like this is not a bird that is hunted. In fact, farmers like them because they're good pest control. They like bugs. They'd rather eat the bugs than the plants. So this is actually a bird that is good for humans. We got a little bit more on that on the next slide, but before we do that, I got a little bit of a video. We got a video. Yeah. Oh, look at that chuff. Look at that chuff. Why'd you resize? Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, listen to him. Look at that bill. So long. Curvy. Yeah, he's chunky chuff. They're very pretty birds. It has such cool beaks. Like some of the longest, thinnest beaks of any corvid. But you can see, they got a lot of that other corvid physiology. The wings. The black cool black feathers. He's a very pretty bird, isn't he? Yes, I mean, yeah, the long beak. It's because that long curved beak like that is precisely because they like to eat ants. And yeah, goes right down in that little ant hole and can nibble some very little ants right in there. Tasty tastiness. Yeah, we're cool, very lovely. We love the chuff. He's a good chuffy chuff. Okay, so these little guys, they don't migrate. They hang around pretty much the same area year round. Their range is like usually like within a year, they're only gonna move maybe like 50 miles or so, and not too far. They like to stick around the same areas, just like I do. Though I feel like I should start migrating because it's a lot warmer down there, and they don't get 8-inch goddamn snowfalls on April 1st. It's the worst April Fool's joke I ever got, but it is what it is. These guys, great flyers. Really good flyers. Really good at those aeronautical acrobatics. Pulling those twists and spins and flips and barrel rolls. All that good stuff. That's what they're good at. That's what they're good at. But like I said, they are birds that farmers like to see. Choughs are the friend of the farmer and of the rancher. Because, well, they're pest control. They eat bugs. Bugs eat plants. But also, wildlife can get, or, livestock can get ticks. I don't like ticks. Ticks are bad. Yeah. But their long bill makes them exceptionally good at digging into the wool of a sheep and pulling ticks off of the sheep. So they're like tick control for your little sheepy friends. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, you want to keep ticks off your sheep? Get some choughs around, baby. Now, funny thing is when I was looking it up, I found 3 species of chough. We had the alpine chough, the red-billed chough, and the white-winged chough. Then you look into that white-winged chough, and turns out it was another case of idiotic English settlers going to Australia, seeing a bird that looks like a bird they know of, and calling it a thing that it ain't. So we all know the Australian magpie ain't really a magpie. Well, guess what? The Australian white-winged chough is not really a chough. It's literally the same story. This bird looks like a bird we know, but it's not actually related to the bird we know. Not even a corvid. Another goddamn imposter. So when we talk about choughs, that's all I'm going to say about white-winged chough, because they ain't chough. Ain't chough. But the English do happen to love the chough. So much that the people of Cornwall, England, have put the red-billed chough on their coat of arms. The official coat of arms in the middle there, but then a common shield heraldry that you see up top there. It's a family crest. Got some choughs on there. It's a great family crest. Love it. Love it. But here's the problem. Due to changes in the environment and overdevelopment, the area of Cornwall has not become a very hospitable place for the chough. And so even though they are the symbol of Cornwall, England, they haven't been seen in Cornwall in decades. Like, not at all this century. They're just gone. They're just gone. I mean, it's not like they're gone. They just moved away, and, the population's doing fine. They're a species of least concern. There's lots of them. Their populations aren't really declining in any serious numbers. So choughs are doing great. They just said, Cornwall, we've had enough of you, Cornwall. We're not gonna live here anymore. But yeah, the thing is, in Arthurian legend, when King Arthur died, rather than his body being dead, he transcended into a red-billed chough. King Arthur turned into a red-billed chough, and his spirit is still alive, and all the red-billed choughs across England. And so they say it is grave misfortune if you are to kill a chough. So do not kill a chough, because you might be killing King Arthur. Yeah. So anyway, what are my thoughts on the Choughs? Well, I mean, obviously I'm a little bit biased, but top tier birds, baby. Top tier birds. We love these birds. I mean, look at them. They're so cool. I love that. Love that red beak. It's so cool. You guys are cool beaks. Yeah, you got maybe the coolest beaks of any corvids. Good job, guys. Coolest beaks on a corvid. We love it. And yeah, love how you're good at getting those little buggies off of sheep. Because personally, I don't want to land on a sheep and try and eat ticks off of it. That's not my thing. I'm more of a, fly in somebody's face and make them drop their French fries and then eat the French fries off the ground kind of bird. So these guys are a lot more useful than I am, and I say it's pretty great. They're sweet, awesome little corvids. Now, from what I was able to find, Choughs are probably the least intelligent of all the corvids. And you know what? That's okay. They're still pretty smart. Still pretty smart. Still pretty social. But they do not have the problem-solving skills that crows and ravens have. Their social lives aren't quite as complex as jays. But you know what? Yeah, you're right, Kyoko. Exactly a Kyoko. There has to be a dumbest corvid. And I don't even want to say dumbest. Let's just say least intelligent corvids. But I still love them so much. They're fantastic birds, and I hope if I ever end up over in Europe or Asia, that I get a chance to see some of these lovely fellas. They just feel like they'd be good luck to be around. So that's really all I gotta say about the Choughs, whether they be red-billed or alpine. This bird loves them. I hope you love them too. So that's our first bird of the day of the comeback. Well, first bird of the day since I made the comeback. I wasn't going to say I almost said of the stream. No, there won't be a second one. I don't have another one ready. You missed bird of the day, Iridium. Yeah, well, no. First of the comeback of chunk of streams, not of the stream. I'll give more bird facts later, I promise. But this is last bird of the day today. But it was a good bird of the day. And we've got some great bird of the days lined up. Okay. You think about what birds has Twig covered. He's covered so many birds. But there's a huge list of very popular birds that I've never done. Lorikeets, cockatoos, kookaburras, ostriches, several species of penguins. Look, I ain't ever gonna run out of birds to do. Trust me. Plus, there's a whole lot of birds that you've never even heard of. Maybe a few I've never even heard of. So there are as many birds. No, see, here's the thing: is it can't be as many birds as there are birds, because I've combined. I did every species of swan in one. I just did 2 species today. I think I combined peacocks into one. Yeah, sometimes I'll combine similar species together. That's fine. Anyway, we're going to call this bird of the day done, because it was a great bird of the day. So, whee!